Hello everyone, my name is Rong Jiasun, and the another taker is my teammate Cai Tong, and I'm hereby to introduce you our project, the Husky Hub. It is already deployed in our GitHub repository, and you can tell that it's project 3 and everything you need is in the README stuff. So let me just introduce you the project first. This project is a web application which is based on the front end and back end designed by us to help the NEU student to join the all kinds of campus related events, including you could tell that all kinds study to sports to gaming and to language exchange, all the stuff you want. And in this platform, we have helped the students to make very much new friends and reduce our campus isolations and study partners and and engage in spontaneous social life. Now let me just show you our website. Uh, yeah, you could tell that we got a favicon here, which is a little husky. That's for design, right? Now let me just show you the live demo first. Well, at the first beginning, welcome every Huskies. Let's just sign up first. Let's just take a name. Let's take for that, uh, like Husky 123. Cool. And maybe a new Husky Northeastern web email. Let's just try this first. And let's say password 12345 6 and create account. Now, I should remember that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and login. Oh, great. And now here we are going to our event list page, which is our major page. Here you could tell that all the stuff you could just search for all the stuff you want. You could search by the categories like the studies. Now here's all by studies. And you could search all locations, which hereby we got all those several locations, including the Snell libraries, Curry Student Center, and the West Village stuff. Let's just since it's today, it should be the Snell library, and all days. Let's say today. Yeah, we got our settings. When if the event is at today, it shows up as today. And yeah, the date first. And popularity stuff is about how many people just joined. Now let's go on to the home page. At the home page, you could create events, you could browse all events. Once you click on that, you just go to the event list form, and here's the upcoming event shows how many events is upcoming and shows how many events you have created, how many events you have attended, and the total events. Now let's just go back to have a look. How about just create new events, right? So let's say study for CS 5610 final. So we don't have a final. And let's set us the date to tomorrow at a study room and set the time to just not so weird, maybe 35. And that's maybe you have just already got 3 friends and you suppose that at most 10 guys shall join, otherwise it would be too much, and you could just create events. Now it shows that events is already created, and you could tell that this week and the studies and the libraries, we got a bunch of stuff. Why it's not there? When did I? Let's just have a. Maybe I just. Ah, yeah. Sorry for my bad memory. You could tell that's already one joined. And here you could just, since it's your own event, you could just delete that. Let's just try to delete that. No, not delete that first. Let's go to the home page. Yeah, you could tell that's the one event you have just created, and it shows how many events you have just created. Well, let's go back first. Let's just join several events first. Well, yeah, maybe just join. You can see, tell that join successfully, and let's join several other stuff. Yeah, here you could just leave this event. Now let's go back here. You can tell that there's one event created, three upcoming, and the total is four events, right? Um, yeah. And now here you could just leave this event. The events attended shows that all the events in the past you have attended. Let's just go back and have a look. Let's join this previous event. So it's not that correct, but you could tell that that's the event you have already attended. And you could just delete that if you want. Maybe you could just edit that first. Maybe liar and set that to 100. Maybe you just want to occupy the whole host room. Cool. Let's go back. Yeah, you could tell that 10 out of 100 just joined. Yeah, the events, all those stuff like that. Now let's go back to the events, and we could tell that when you click on the view details, you could just go to the view on Google Map, and you could see the whole details of that. This is blank since I don't got a Google Map API, which is very costly. So I just try not to use that first. And maybe we could just go to view on the Google Map first. Yeah, you could tell that International Village, and you could tell that where you wanna go to, maybe the residence hall. Yeah, that's the correct place, right? Yeah, I believe that's it. I have just show you all the live demos of this whole event. Let me just move to my team member to show you how our whole code looks like. Let me just stop sharing. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
back to you.
You should like enable me to share my screen because I should have the permission to do that.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Wait a second.
Yeah.
I have just said it.
It's okay, it's
Uh,
okay.
Can you share that?
Okay, I can do that now. Yeah, that's great.
Great.
Yeah, thank you, Rongja. Thank you very much. Thank you, my teammates, for your great presentation. And then I'm gonna show you some like more about the code, right? So basically in this project, we use React Native as our front end, and then we use Node.js as our backend, and also we use MongoDB as our database. So that's basically the architecture of our project. And I gonna introduce front end first. So in terms of front end, we do have an app.js file here. It's basically like a entry point of our application. You can see we do have some routes here, and it's a great way for us to navigate to each page. And then we do have some pages for our front end. Like we have the very first thing is the home page. That is actually the entry point of our front end, right? You can come here and then you can navigate to the login and sign up pages. Yeah, if you can, if you want to use our application. And then comes the login. The login basically allows you to log in, and then the sign up pages. And I want to emphasize that each page have its own CSS file. So basically, it just allowed us to easily modify any styles of our elements in each page. So it's very a good practice, I would say. And then after we complete our registration, we're gonna dive into the I would say the events list here. So basically, the event list is something you see in our application. You can see all the events here, and you can decide whether you want to join, you want to create, or you want to leave each event. And if you want to create a new event, we do have a event form here. So basically, it allows you to input events information. Like you're gonna decide what category it is, right? What is the location? and even more information you want to share with someone who want to join the event. So this is mostly for front end, right? And then after you create an event, you click it, you can see the detail, right? That is, we provide you the option to navigate, like, I mean, to redirect to the Google map, right? That is in the event details. If you click the button to check the details of the events, you'll be able to redirect to the Google Maps. So we just provide you such a option to do that. And I want to emphasize again, like each page have its own CSS, so it just allowed us to modify the styles easily. So that's basically the front end. And then let us dive into the backend. So basically the backend, we use Node.js, and we just separate it into different parts. We have the config file is basically to run the MongoDB to start a database in the backend. So we can be able to do CRUD to our MongoDB database. And then we have the routers folder. Basically, the router folder is here to provide us the API routers for us to call the API. So I think this is probably a very good practice. We separate the routes and the controllers. Routes is just for the API, while controller is for the services. We separate them so it will be very clear and easier for us to make change of each controller, I mean the services, and it will be very clear for us to change the routes. It doesn't make any contradiction between them. So there's something I want to focus on. Like we just use a algorithm to encrypt our passwords. So this time the user won't just, send the plain text of their password to the backend. So basically it's encrypted to some extent. And these are very good, right? And also we just use the event controller for the user to get events, to create events, and to join events. And also we have the user controller for the user to get their data. Basically, like if a user who join an event or create an event, and they can just call those user controller to get what kind of event they have joined and what kind of event they have created and what kind of event they want to delete it, something like that. So it's just very good for them to control and call our backend API. And also we just have a separate environment file here to, there is some confidential information we don't want to expose. We just put it in the environment file. And we have some like package.json for us to install our dependencies like that. So that's basically our code. Yeah. Thank you for listening and hope you have a good day.
Yeah, I believe that's it.
Mhm.
Thanks for watching.